This past weekend has been full of promises from politicians and police vowing that the rioters will be punished. But is anyone being held responsible for the city of Vancouver being totally unprepared for what happened? I think not. The two people who should have known better, but didn't, are the mayor and the chief of police. Both men are on the record as saying there was no political interference between City Hall and the police headquarters in the planning of Game 7 security. I have grave misgivings about these statements. It makes no logical sense that the mayor's office would have no involvement in the running of the biggest public event since the Olympics. Did the chief ask for additional resources but was turned down by the purse string holders at City Hall? Did the photo-op-conscious politicos of City Hall not want to see a riot helmet on the coppers? Both the chief and the mayor say there was no interference, and contrary to my every journalistic fiber, I'll grudgingly and skeptically accept it at face value. For now. Which means, then, the mayor of Vancouver is easily dismissed in all of this. Gregor Robertson, with his egg-laying hens, bicycles, and wafting golden wheat fields in every backyard, is a buffoon, whose flaky style is more suited to another wacko city circa 1967.
If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair.
Adjusting his primrose glasses, Robertson said, quote, "I had no prior knowledge of the potential chaos." Okay, that's what you get from sitting behind a desk at City Hall, sucking on the lollipop of wishful thinking. In any case, Vancouverites can decide his future at the next election in November. Much more difficult to figure out is Police Chief Jim Chu. He's a pro who's risen through the ranks and was a sergeant in the streets during the '94 riot, but apparently he hasn't pulled a street shift since. Chief Chu says he would have deployed more officers had he anticipated the riot. I don't know who was advising the chief, but his best bet would have been to talk to ordinary citizens that day, or to talk to CKNW reporters who were on the streets all day. Our Janet Brown heard the first inklings of riot talk on the SkyTrain at 1:30 p.m., 3.5 hours before the Canucks game even started. The VPD is addicted to tweeting its messages to news organizations, but they obviously don't read what's on Twitter, because people were texting their intentions during the afternoon with questions like, "Are you guys going to the riot tonight?" The buzz was all over the city by the time the puck dropped. But did anybody care to mention this to Jim Chu? Or were political and politically correct considerations made here? Did image trump common sense when it came to policing 100,000 wound-up people? And please stop flogging to death the official line that this was a small band of anarchists with hammers in their pockets and bad intentions on their minds. People should emerge from the deep tunnel of denial and accept that an awful lot of those louts were ordinary kids born to ordinary people whose parenting skills suck. 150 people were injured that night, 50 businesses were badly damaged, and 15 cars destroyed by flames and muscle. Looters, rioters, and thieves seemed to have free rein, and it was sheer luck that buildings didn't get burned to the ground with loss of life. Unless there was political interference and pressure going on behind the scenes that somehow shackled Jim Chu, then he must openly accept that the police response was inadequate, the intelligence was inadequate, the communications were inadequate, and the explanations have been inadequate. Someone in authority has got to stand up and admit the job they did was inadequate. When you signal to an army of drunks high on cockiness and bravado that your policy is going to be to meet them and greet them, they're going to laugh in your face and turn on you, which is what happened while Chew's men rushed off to find their helmets to replace their meet-and-greet welcome-to-La-La-Land chapeaus. While stroking his pet chicken and straddling his bicycle, the mayor may have envisaged 100,000 hippies having a love-in downtown Vancouver. But the police chief, the man in charge of keeping the citizens safe, should have known better.
The CKNW Morning News with Philip Ptill.